Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros, to the Spanish language lab, or as I like to say, my minimum security prison cell. In this, so in this video series, we're reading Tokio ya no nos quiere. Tokyo doesn't love us anymore, by the author Ray Loriga, who is a Spanish author. The reason why I picked this book to read after Fight Club is because thematically, it's very, not thematically, but yeah, thematically, there's some similar themes with Fight Club. This critique of consumer culture, this unnamed, unreliable narrator, questioning identity. It's not a one-to-one to Fight Club, obviously. Only Fight Club is a one-to-one to Fight Club, but it's really similar. And the reading level is pretty good. It's around the same reading level as Fight Club, so B1. Think B1, C1. Yeah, it's pretty good. Now, where we left off in the last video was our unnamed character fell asleep to a television, and on the TV, there was this guy who had his. El hombre estaba contando algo sobre la niña. His daughter was assassinated? Was that right? Is that it? Yeah. Yeah. So he's watching something on the television, and there's a man crying because his daughter was assassinated. Now, if you've been following along with this video series, you'll know that this guy gets high on his own supply, right? Quite literally. So he's part of a shady corporation that sells a forgetting pill. So if you have some past trauma and it could be intrude some regrets about your life that you would much rather forget about, you could take a pill and forget about it. Done. Now the problem with that, albeit it sounds pretty good, is that your past creates who you are, your identity in the present moment. And so if you start erasing parts of your past, you start erasing parts of your present day identity, and then you just have like blanks in your mind. So I think this guy's projecting. I think he's having one of those like mental breakdowns, like slow mental breakdown ish journeys, like the main character in Fight Club did. At first, it's small. Like in Fight Club, he would just see Tyler Durden here and there, and then Tyler Durden would disappear, and the main character would just kind of go on through his day, go to work, and all that. Here, I think we're seeing that a little bit as well, right? He looks at a TV, and he sees a part of his history projected as a movie of some other man with some other daughter being assassinated. That's what I think. I could just be reading way too much into this, but I think this book gets really dark. At least one can only hope. All right, so that's the background of the book. Um, in this video series, we practice our Spanish listening skills. So I'll be reading through this. You'll be practicing listening to a fellow Spanish speaker. I'm not a native speaker. I also took classes, so I'm documenting my journey towards Spanish language mastery with all of you, the people, la gente. All right, so let's get to it. All right, so we left off here. We're still very much in chapter 1. So this is a section we read in the last video. You see here en la televisión, he visto a un hombre llorando en el juicio de su hija asesinada. So that's what we just talked about. So let's keep going. Let's find out what's going on in our narrator's life. ¿Qué tal en Flagstaff? It's not fair. I don't know what that is. That an English word? What is that? Okay, Flagstaff is a city in Arizona. Cool. Let's keep going. So what's up in Flagstaff? La pregunta no puede ser más inocente, pero a pesar de todo, no contesto porque no me gusta hablar con desconocidos si no hay dinero de por medio. Oh, damn. I guess someone asked him how's Flagstaff, and this guy's like, "Hey, man, I don't like talking to strangers unless there's money involved." The question could not be more innocent, but in spite of everything, I do not answer because I do not like to talk to strangers if there is no money. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh, damn, that's one hell of a sentence. Let's keep going. Así que la buena mujer, que por lo demás es una vieja india encantadora, aparte la mirada mientras bajo del autobús y se pone a repeinar, comb herself, repeinar a una niña, or comb the niña, repeinar, that do that E and that I right there, that's a tongue twister. Repeinar a una niña que seguramente es su nieta y que está sentada tranquilamente jugando con una de esas pequeñas consolas de bolsillo. If you're lost, I'm lost too. Um, playing with the what? Play, playing with one of those little pocket consoles. Okay, what? This book just dated itself. Um, I guess it's not important. A pocket console. Who is that? A translation thing? A pocket console? Or like a Polly Pocket? Or like a Tamagotchi? Uh, Game Boy? A PSP? What? A pocket console? That is the most like generic thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay, let's keep going. Not that important. Y estoy en Oyabrook, mirando el río Colorado desde el puente, junto a la estación de autobuses. A pesar de que debería estar en Winslow, 30 millas más al este, seguramente porque me he quedado dormido en el autobús o porque estos pueblos del desierto son todos iguales. Por cierto, en Flagstaff no demasiado bien. Un negocio rápido con una pareja de indios con coconinos. ¿Coconinos? What does that mean? A quick business with a couple of Coconian Indians. Okay, like I guess tribe or a subgenre. There's EDM and then there's trance and then there's techno. It's not a subgenre. It's like a Native American like sub ethnicity. It's a subgenre of Native Americans, man. All right. Well, let's read that again. All right. I'm gonna try to make you laugh. If I don't succeed in that, well, you know, maybe you just haven't spent enough time in a minimum security prison. So, all right. Un, un negocio rápido con una pareja de indios coconinos y un encuentro sorpresa con un agente de control de la compañía que me ha recordado que la buena gente del grupo de gestión anda preocupada por lo que ha denominado zonas muertas en mi agenda y por la inconsistencia de mis explicaciones. Arizona es un estado muy grande. Yeah, hold on, slow down. I don't know what just happened. We're going to translate all of that. Sorry, bud. A quick deal with a couple of Kokono Indians and a surprise meeting with the control agent of the company who has reminded me that the good people in the management group are worried about what he has called dead zones in my agenda and the inconsistency of my explanations. Ah, okay, so this is a fellow company man. Bro, I didn't pick up on any of that. Okay, so hold on. Um, is that what that? Okay, so this is the first time he's being confronted. I don't think there's any other sentence where he's just describing the landscape. He's on a bus, river of Colorado. Actually, that's I think he's just describing a beautiful Indian. Let's double check. So the good woman, who is otherwise a lovely old Indian, looks away as she gets off the bus and starts combing her hair at a little girl who is probably her granddaughter and who is sitting quietly. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just all NPCs from his point of view. Um, I gotta read that one more time. I know it's your favorite sentence, so why not? Uh, slow down. Un negocio rápido con una pareja de indios coconinos y un encuentro sorpresa con un agente de control de la compañía. There we go. There we go. The agent from the company. Que me ha recordado que la buena gente del grupo de gestión anda preocupada. Preocupada means worried. Ocupada means occupied. Okay. Preocupada por lo que ha denominado zonas muertas en mi agenda y por la inconsistencia de mis explicaciones. Okay, you made a believer out of me. Arizona es un estado muy grande. Eso es lo que le he dicho y él ha contestado que por supuesto lo comprenden, pero que no disponen de más gente por el momento y que además una cosa no tiene nada que ver con la otra. Yes, I understand, but it's completely fucking irrelevant. Your excuses are dog shit. Arizona is a very large state. That's what I told him, and he replied that yes, of course they understand that, but they don't have more people at the moment, and that one has nothing to do with the other. Your sorry ass excuses. Uh, all right, let's keep going. I'm understanding what I'm reading, so let's keep going. Oh, God damn it. All right, it's fine. Lo cual, desde luego, puedo, I don't know what the fuck that sentence said. Lo cual, desde luego, puede ser cierto. Lo cual. I don't know what that means right there. Which. See, I don't use that. Lo cual. Almost sounds French. Le quoi. Uh, which, of course, may be true. Lo cual, desde luego. Desde luego means of course. See, I would just say por supuesto. That's my go-to. It works every time. It won't fail you. Por supuesto. Okay. El control, a pesar de sus sospechas, ha dado negativo y todos los registros de química y ventas estaban claros. Así que al final la cosa se ha suavizado un poco. Ánimo y constancia. What? Right here. En control, a pesar de sus sospechas, ha dado negativo y todos los registros de química y ventas estaban claros. Así que al final la cosa se ha suavizado un poco. All right, so finally the issue has resolved itself a bit. I got that one. But en control, a pesar a sus sospechas. I don't know what pesar means. El físico. Oh, here we go. Wait. Oh, pesar, levantar las pesas. Weightlifting. Pesar. Okay. The weight of his suspicions? Despite, oh man, these fucking expressions. A pesar de sus sospechas. Despite your suspicions. Oh, I'm gonna look this up elsewhere. I need a second uh, opinion on this. And while I do that, let's go ahead and get to know each other a bit. So I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm chilling out here in Los Angeles. It's currently, what is it currently? It's currently July 19. Let's go to chat. And yeah, life's good. Oh, god damn it. Here we go. Okay. A pesar de sus sospechas, despite his, her, their suspicion. The phrase introduces a contrast between what someone suspects and what happens anyway. This, a pesar, um, pesar means wait. Why does it why does it also mean this despite? Pesar means weight or burden. Sure. So how do you get from weight to despite in a phrase a pesar de? Um, at or in the presence of the weight of. So a pesar de literally means at, parenthetical, or in the presence of the weight of. So originally it implied enduring something heavy, doing something even though it weighs on you, emotionally, mentally, or circumstantially. Over time, this evolved idiomatically to mean despite or in spite of, something that weighs against you. So pesar means weight or sorrow, burden, heaviness, trouble. I'm with that. I understand that. A pesar de, in the face of weight, sorrow, or resistance, despite. It's like saying in English, in the face of adversity, against all odds. Or more literally, though it waited on him, he still filled in the blank. Okay, I mean that makes sense. We do that in English. Okay. A pesar de. So that's a cool. I'm glad I looked that up. So a pesar de. That is like a meaningful packet of words there. Despite, in despite of. Uh, despite. Cool. En control, a pesar de sus sospechas, ha dado negativo y todo. You know what? Kindle doesn't like it when you copy and paste text. And so this little copy thing will show up in the middle. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause the video and then reload Kindle so that little copied uh, box disappears. Voila. All right. So we are here. En control, a pesar de sus sospechas, ha dado negativo y todos los registros de química y ventas estaban claros. Así que al final la cosa se ha suavizado un poco. Uh, ventas? Like 20? Sales. Oh my God. Ventas. Okay, let's find out what's being said here. The control, despite his suspicions, has been negative, and all the chemistry and sales records were clear. So in the end, things have softened a bit. He's still selling his product, even though he's not selling more of it. The fuck? What's happening here? Also ventas. I'm gonna look that one up too. Let's go to Spanish dictionary. Allow ads. God damn it, Spanish dictionary. Okay. 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 Here we go. All right. Uh, uh, Venta. Sale. Oh, first that's not venta. It's venta. Venta. The act of sale. Venta. Okay. That wasn't very helpful. That wasn't very helpful at all. Let's keep going. All right. So, animo y constancia. Animo. Like animated? Courage and perseverance. Okay. Esas han sido sus últimas palabras. Mientras subía a un coche japonés con los cristales tintados en la puerta de mi hotel. Después he cogido el autobús hacia el aeropuerto de Winslow, pero me ha pasado de largo y he acabado en Hollybrook de nuevo en zona Apache, cerca del bus, petrificado, lejos de casa. La compañía se preocupa por las ausencias injustificadas. Okay, hold on. We're gonna go back. Después, he on the bus. Fuck it. Translate that too. No one's listening. Doesn't just be here. Doesn't fucking matter. Then I took the bus to Winslow Airport, but I went too far and ended up in Hollybrook again. Yeah. Okay, so he can't even fucking take the bus without fucking that up. Oh, this. What are you, like 80 years old? The company is concerned about unjustified absences, temporary disappearances of active agents who reappear shortly after and continue to fulfill their assignments as if nothing had happened. You're going rogue. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, let's go rogue. Just commit to it, dude. Just commit to it. You're going rogue. La compañía debería saber. Damn, the company should know. The company better know. La compañía debería saber. La compañía, la compañía debería saber a estas alturas con qué química, como está en las manos todo, tiene tiende, tiende a ser más o menos injustificado, o que olvidar es, por mucho que se resistan a aceptarlo, una parte inevitable de este oficio, tanto como las lesiones demoníacas en la carrera de un jugador de tenis profesional o el olor a humo en la vida de un bombero. Yep, I don't know what the fuck I read either, so we're going to translate that too. But I read it. It sounded nice though. The company should know by now that with a chemistry like this in your hands, everything tends to be more or less unjustified, and that forgetting is, however much they are reluctant to accept it, an inevitable part of this trade, as much as wrist injuries in the career of a professional tennis player or the smell of smoke in the life of a firefighter. So it's just a work hazard. Forgetting things and going off the grid. Wait, going off the grid? But why? Pero ¿por qué? Vuelta a Winslow. En cualquier caso, porque Vuelta a Winslow en cualquier caso, porque me quedan 6 horas para coger el avión. Por supuesto, no sale otro autobús hasta la noche, así que paso la tarde follando con una india, no, that means, con una india en el Sahara Inn. La chica en realidad es mitad apache y mitad mexicana y no follamos toda la tarde. Lo hacemos en menos de 20 minutos y paso el resto del tiempo mirando la piscina. There's a part of me like, damn, this fucking guy just goes around banging chicks. But I mean, it might be another prostitute. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. I mean, this is not enviable activities. he's his life is clearly going down a downward spiral. All right. um, el avión En el avión, una mujer ha tratado de hacer una compra, pero le he recordado la prohibición de comerciar con material ajeno al de las compañías aéreas. En, la, en el avión, una mujer ha tratado de hacer una compra, pero le he recordado la prohibición de comerciar con material ajeno al de las compañías aéreas. So a woman tried to buy a pill off of him, but he didn't want to do it because it's prohibited on a commercial airline. But ajeno, what does that mean? Alien to that of the airlines. Okay, okay. I mention this in every video. There's always at least one line where this guy describes something where it feels like he's the alien. It's like no one speaks like that. Maybe it's a translation thing from English to Spanish. On the plane, a woman tried to make a purchase, but reminded her of the prohibition of trading in material other than that of the airlines. That's like, God damn it. What are you, Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory? It's like the way he says some things. This is like, why would you say it that way? I think what he's trying to say is, um, you can only purchase like material. You can only purchase things that the airline will sell to passengers. So food, some headphones, maybe, but that's it. That's what he means to say. Cannot buy material that is alien to the commercial airliners. Like, oh god, you you must be fun at parties. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, we're almost done here. So we're here, right there. No se lo ha tomado bien. Yeah, like a true drug addict. Dice que en los aviones todo lo dan cortado. No solo la química, también las películas, el alcohol y los sándwiches. Probablemente tiene razón. Por cierto, soy el único que se da cuenta de que los aviones vuelan cada vez más bajo. Casi consigo leer la matrícula de un descapotable rojo que cruzaba la frontera mexicana. Let me read that one more time. Um, so the woman says that everything on the planes is smaller, shorter. Lo dan corto. No solo la química. The alcohol, the movies, the sandwiches. This sounds like a line from Fight Club. Maybe I'm the Fight Club drug addict. He says that on planes, dice que, maybe, they cut everything, not only the chemistry, but also the films, the alcohol, and the sandwiches. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, this guy's straight up hallucinating. I'm calling it. He's hallucinating. Dice que en los aviones, yeah, we read that already. Probablemente tiene razón. Yeah, it's not a fuck. This isn't rocket science. Por cierto, soy el único que se da cuenta de que los aviones vuelan cada vez más bajo. Maybe. Casi consigo leer la matrícula de una descapotable rojo que cruzaba la frontera mexicana. What is this? Matrícula? License plate. What? I almost managed to read the license plate of a red convertible that crossed the Mexican border. Oh, the plane's in flight. Okay. Por supuesto, a, por supuesto, al llegar a Tijuana, he visto a tu madre subida en la trasera de una camioneta rodeada de barceros mexicanos, todos borrachos, todos cantando, todos alegres. Si me ha visto, ha hecho como, si me ha visto, ha hecho como que no se deba cuenta. Parece que la buena mujer sigue ganando. He also saw her mom. Okay, he's fucking hallucinating. He also sees. Come on, dude. This guy's losing it. Of course, when I arrived in Tijuana, of course, of course, I saw this slut. Of course, of course, when I arrived in Tijuana, I saw your mother in the back of a truck surrounded by Mexican borat drunks, all drunk, all singing, all happy, as if he has seen me, he has pretended not to notice. It seems that the good woman continues to win. A translation error. If she saw me. Tijuana se extiende en el desierto como una mancha de aceite en una pista de hielo. Yes, Tijuana's not that great. Tijuana stretches out in the desert like an oil slick on an ice rink. Wait, he's on a plane. Um, wow. Okay, yeah, this guy's definitely seen things. Everywhere he goes, he sees his ex. See, right now, by the way, it's believed, it is alleged that he is addressing his ex-wife. At least, I mean, I'm kind of putting two and two together here, right? So he's been saying, "Hey, I've seen your mom here. I've seen your mom there," and so it sounds like he's addressing someone very specific. He's addressing us in the second person, but it sounds like he's addressing someone. It sounds like he's addressing his ex-wife because at one point he made a joke about his ex-wife being dead to this other woman. Um, so I'm trying to put two and two together here. Also, this is wild. Everywhere he looks, his mom's just winning. Last time he looked, this person's mom was in the casino just winning money. That's why he says, "Parece que la buena mujer sigue ganando." This woman, she's just out here collecting those W's, man. What can I say? She's a winner. Um, that's wild. Yeah, he's hallucinating. He's totally hallucinating. Hence the unnamed, unreliable narrator. All right, it's been 34 minutes. We are good. Next video, we'll continue here. Gran éxito comercial. The great commercial exit. Great commercial exit. Success. Éxito means success. Fuck, my bad, Cap. Éxito means success. Metas means goals. That's right. All right, well, that's it. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming out to my minimum security prison cell, and I'll catch you in the next video.